me.
Okay, good evening. The time is now 6:01. We do have a quorum here, so Mr. Chairman.
Awesome. Thanks, Tom. I will call to order the Parks and Rec Advisory Board for Thursday, October 19th, 2023. In attendance, myself, Mr. Cranmer,
Present.
Mr. Costanza.
Here.
Mrs. Van Gelder.
Present.
In absence, Jason Alberici and Stephanie, and rumor that Allison will be joining us coming in hot. Next item of business is Pledge of Allegiance. We all rise.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, in front of us is today's meeting agenda prepared by staff. If
8A.
8A. Oh, yes.
Bump it up.
So thank you, Tom. So we do have one item new business. Perhaps we would consider moving that to up to after public comment. Somebody would.
I motion that we move new business up to point 6 after public comment.
Awesome. A motion by Mrs. Van Gelder. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Phil. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved. Next item is the approval of past minutes from September 21st. Again, in front of you, prepared wonderfully by staff. If there are no questions,
I'll make a motion to approve the Thursday, September 21st meeting minutes.
motion by Mr. Cranmer. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Joey. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? So moved. Item number 5, public comment. Tom, do we have any public comment today?
No, Mr. Chairman, we do not have any public comment.
Okay, so no public comment. We will now move on to new business, the consideration of a new recreational adult art program.
She'll be good.
Hi, so my name is Rani. I'm an artist. I teach art, so that's why I'm here for.
If you, Ronnie, would give us your address just for the record.
My address?
Yeah.
I just moved here, so it's 95, it's in Milton.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
okay, it's 2 miles away. Okay, yeah, so. Okay, so that's a little about me. So yeah, I went to fine art college. Yeah, it's been a while. So yeah, and I've been teaching in different art schools in Atlanta. Currently, I work online. So yeah, I thought about it since I like art. Yeah. I'm not sure if you have any questions. So do you want anything personal about me or just?
No, I think that's good to talk about the program, what you're proposing.
Okay. Okay, so this is the classes I can offer. So I can do the still life drawing and painting. So it's going to be indoor. Like I can set up any arrangement with anything I'm going to supply. Like, and then they're going to learn, of course. It depends of how they see this the stuff. So yeah, and then I'll show them everything. They're going to follow me.
Okay.
And then, so this is, they're going to use, they're going to start drawing and then they're going to paint it. So I'm going to show them all the lighting, the dark and all that. It's for all ages. And then I also, it's the same. So any painting here or drawing, I give an example, it's my paintings. Okay, so this is also a drawing of mine. So that's with pencils. So they're gonna also create any drawing with just a pencil, and then I'm gonna teach them how to do the dark and the light and all this.
Wonderful.
So I'm gonna bring something. Okay, so similar to the one before. And this one is This one is the outdoor one, so if, I'm not sure where is the classes, but if there is any view, or we can go outside and draw. If there is trees, doors, houses, whatever they see, and then I'm gonna show them how to finish it indoor. So it depends on the weather also. Yeah, and I'm gonna tell them all about it and how it's supposed to be. Okay, this one is also outdoor. So this one is the plan. The other one was. Oh, okay. So this one without painting. This one is the pencil drawing. So same but pencil.
And Ronnie, these are all different classes that you're
Yes,
offering,
yeah,
right? These are
yeah.
different programs.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so, and it's all for adults 18 and up. This one is portrait, so they can draw and then paint themselves. So I have some of my pieces here with me to show you. But so also those are my paintings. One of them is myself on the top here. So yeah, I'm going to show them how to start from the beginning to start to finish, starting from the pencil, and then how to shade and paint everything. Yeah, so it takes a few weeks to finish, like a few classes. Yeah, so they just follow. And then here, this is for the younger. So I know some other, I know some other teachers that's teaching like very young ones. So I'm gonna start, I think she ends at, her class is up to 12. So this one is from 13 up and up. It's more like realistic drawings. So yeah, I'm been teaching this every day from online. So everyone is like, mostly everyone don't have any experience and they end up exactly like my drawings. So everyone gets surprised how they reach this spot. Yeah, that's what they do. Okay, so they're gonna finish every class, they're gonna finish one of the drawings. So this is the fruit, and then, so this is separate classes. So this one is all about fruits. The one after, same, but it's all about animals. Yeah, it's mostly realistic drawings. And then the one after is any object, also including flowers. So yeah, and then that's about it. Oh, actually, yeah, this is some of my students, but this is the one I used to teach here in an art school in Alpharetta. So some of the student I drawing. Some of the paintings. Yeah, so yeah, this one is not on the
Oh, wow.
online, but this is I did collage, and this is my painting. That's flowers. I'm just showing, and this is sad. It's collage with painting. That's all.
Awesome.
So I want, one question I think you asked, so is each group that you showed a different 6-week course?
Yes.
And you would, okay, that's all, you were asking that same thing?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Tom, what location would we use?
What comes to mind first would be the Milton City Park and Preserve
Yeah.
Community Center, but without a doubt, I mean, if we're double booked on the art room there, Bethel Community Center would be a great spot for it too.
Right.
Mhm.
So, I mean,
Right.
there's a sink and everything else that she probably could or would need.
Okay.
But I would think MCPP would be the first choice.
Yeah, that's what came to mind, but yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a timing in mind that you guys are thinking of offering this? Are they all on the same 6-week schedule? Or are they gonna stretch out, overlap? What thoughts?
I don't think it's feasible to do them all at the same time. It would be based upon, her schedule and what the building could handle as well. Correct.
Gotcha.
Would the idea to be offering all of them or just a select few to see what registration would look like initially, or?
I can offer all of them. It depends who's interested. Plus, my schedule is open because I set up my own classes. I do some online, and I can adjust anything.
Good.
Yeah, I would imagine you'd start with just a couple, and once those start filling up, it can grow from
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Would you guys manage a registration yourself? Staff do?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks great.
I love it.
I know I could use the help.
Okay, if you had the time. No, it looks great, Ronnie. I like what you're proposing.
And also everything here is advanced. This is like college. So I'm gonna explain everything just like college. Yeah.
Great. Good.
Like it.
Any other questions? Comments from staff?
I do know that it's been great communication between her and Matthew, and she put things together really quickly for us. So yeah, I'd recommend moving
Awesome.
forward with continuing the conversations and finalizing the contracts and whatnot we need to get done in order to.
So a motion to move forward, directing staff to continue the contracting process with Ronnie for an arts class for adults and teens.
Sounded like a motion.
It's kind of like a motion. I'll make the motion. I'll make a motion to direct staff to move forward with planning for adult and teen art classes as presented to us.
I'll second.
Second by Phil. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? No?
Thanks, Ronnie.
Thanks, Ronnie. Awesome.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming. Thanks, Allison, for being here.
Hey,
Duly
thank
noted.
you. Children's sports running late.
We're glad to have you.
Welcome to my life.
Next item of business is committee reports. Let's start at the bottom, doing backwards. How about that? Summer day camp? Anybody got an update for summer day camp?
Currently, I don't have an update for Camp Joyful Souls or our traditional day camp. I believe registration is set to open in February for those.
Gotcha. Great. How about adult programming?
All I have for adult is Rush Union. Our adult soccer program is continuing their fall season. They're, I guess, closer towards the middle of their season right now at Legacy Park.
Great. Moving on up, arts programming.
I don't currently have a lot of information on our arts program. I know, Matthew's continuing to market and fill the community center to the best of our abilities for the offerings, hosted out of that building.
Okay. Milton tennis.
I do not have an update.
I think it's status quo, Terry.
Yeah. Yeah. Busy and needs more courts.
Yeah.
Right.
Swim team, probably not much of an update.
No.
Correct.
Nope.
Move into basketball.
I did talk to Kip Coleman earlier this week. I know him and Thomas have been securing gym space, so we're sitting pretty good there. Registration is at another record-breaking over 800 kids.
Holy cow.
I think he said like 830.
Wow.
And actually, he was doing a draft when I called him.
Yeah.
Kindergarten, first grade draft.
Yeah. Awesome.
So, yeah, it looks like we got another heavy and popular basketball season ahead of us.
Great. Great. NFL football.
I have not had any recent conversations with Vaughn.
I believe,
I think it's smooth sailing.
yeah, I believe the end of this month will complete the regular season, and then they're starting to build schedules for playoffs to be hosted out of Bell and North Park as well.
Great. Thank you. Youth lacrosse.
Allison?
All's well. Fall seasons are off and running. Per usual, a lot of teams, small field space, just could still use more space. And then I know we're talking about it later, but the question surrounding when Legacy is going to get paved and parking is going to happen there.
Got it. Good. Thank you. Joey, anything else to add over there?
No, nothing. Allison's
Got it.
got her foot on that pretty
Yeah.
good. And I think we're still pretty early. I know they're doing some, they're talking about tryouts for the different select teams, but that's still, that's out there. Nothing new.
Awesome. I don't have anything to report on Hopewell baseball unless Tom or Thomas, you have something you want to?
I'm sorry.
I have nothing for Hopewell baseball to report. You guys got anything
We're to the point of the season where it's
coming down to the?
coming
Playoffs,
down
right?
to championship Saturday is quickly approaching in the first week of November. But from what I've seen in the last couple of weeks, it's just consistent games during the week, and practices are slowing down a little bit.
Good.
Is there a new head of that program, or is Juan still in place?
Juan is still involved, and there is some new individuals that are taking over a lot of the components that he was working with. So there's a new rec director
Okay, nice.
that's over the rec programming, which is freeing up time for Juan to focus on other things.
Good, awesome.
Great. Okay, that'll close out committee reports. We can go back to new business. Item B, discussion of the Parks and Rec Advisory Board participation in the Adopt a Trail program. Jen.
Sorry, I'm double dutying tonight. I'm in security for PRAB, I guess. All right, Adopt a Trail. So my update for you is all 3 trails in Providence have been adopted.
Nice.
We have MCPP. That trail has been adopted by Anita Jupin, one of the staff, her family. And we also have Mayfield adopted downtown by the HOA behind it. They're very invested in that space. Obviously, it's their backyard. So I was like, hey, you want it? It's yours. And they jumped right on it. And then we have 1 trail in Birmingham adopted, the Red Orange Trail. So that leaves 6 more in Birmingham. It leaves Lacapani around the Wolf Lake. I'm getting used to that. And
Balmoral.
that's it.
Nope.
Oh, Bell. So what I'm asking all the committees, if you have interest in adopting it, your family has interest in adopting it, or one of the teams that you support or the leagues, we'd love to have Bell adopted for sure by somebody who uses the park regularly. It only makes sense. And then if you live in a neighborhood outside of that, such as Birmingham or Lacapani, they're up for grabs.
What would it look like if someone adopted Bell? Let's say it was a program, just curious.
Yeah, so it could look like a lot of different things. You can do beautification projects, which might be mulching, plantings. There's going to be inspections, so you're going to be looking for things that would be hazardous and reporting those to me. This just gives the public an opportunity to be invested in their trails. And then also it gives me kind of hard data on where are we at? How is erosion going? What are things we should be investing our time and money into? Yeah. And it's a good
Bell should be the
link.
easiest park. That's the nicest looking. park.
You'd think Providence is
I haven't been there in a while.
trafficked, and we have some warriors out there
Okay.
that clean it every day. So Bell, I think having a team out there, a league, adopting it every year, it's just a great opportunity for those kids to give back to a
I
park
agree.
that they're invested in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is it a team? Is it a program provider? Or could it be any of the above?
Yeah, we could do it all kinds of ways. So my personal thought is if a league adopts it one year, like let's say lacrosse says, we'll have it this year, or baseball, we'll have it this year, they can, the 4 times a year that they're invested to inspect it, it'd be Hopewell baseball, and a team could just grab it for that one inspection. And they could rotate teams out or make it a fun day and all the teams go out and do
Right.
it. Or whatever teams that want to be invested.
Have we asked any of our program providers that use Bell Memorial?
We wanted to go through you
just did.
first. Oh, you did?
Yeah,
All right.
so we'll see.
Hey,
I mean, that's
gang.
no
Oh,
brainer.
I sent it to someone else. Let's see what we
Uh-oh.
got.
Needs to be first.
So the idea was to come to this board first and see if there was any interest from the board to adopt a trail.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Like y'all.
Oh.
Yeah, we hope the Trails Committee will adopt, the Equestrian Committee will adopt.
Yeah.
Right. So if this board would like to scoop up a trail.
That's a short trail.
Sure.
That is paved.
Yeah, the paved short trail.
Yeah, good paved short trail. That would be
I've
perfect
got-
for the 7 of us.
One of those.
Yeah. No, but I think the league idea is fun because then it's not a commitment of the board. It really is just
Yeah.
you get the teams to show up. It's a communication effort. It's not,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't expect your board to go do the work. You got all kinds of people that can jump out there and help out.
Yeah, even if you adopt it, each one of you could have a group come out there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This just reminds me of, and Tom, you know, Scott, were you out there when we got stuck out in the middle of the Fulton County property?
Yes.
Tom saved us. He had to get out his phone and GPS us
I
out
know,
of there.
right back. Yeah,
That was
a
great.
different adventure.
That was a
One
long
of our
time ago.
properties?
That was like 7 years ago.
That was probably the fun. That was funny. We found that weird hut made of sticks.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. There's a lot of illicit camping going on out there.
So it's live. Everybody's gone online and adopted it formally. And then after your second trail inspection, we're calling them trail inspections because that gives a broader range of what people can do, right? They will get their sign and
So-
we'll have those posted.
So for a group of 7 people and maybe staff, do you have an idea of what you might recommend for a group like ours?
Yeah, I have 2 trails that come to mind. I think I would probably advise the equestrian committee and the trails committee to take a trail at Birmingham. I think for you folks, Lakapani is close to Legacy, and Bell obviously is up for grabs. So either one of those would be a good fit for your committee. But it's your choice.
We combine the
Good on
rest of the absent people to what their work's going to be. Anybody choices or preferences? You want to vote and pick one?
I'm biased. I like Lakapani. If you've never walked,
I haven't been out there
Lakapani
yet.
would be a cool one for this board.
it's a beautiful
Yeah.
hike. It's a
And-
beautiful park. It's a nice one if you haven't done it.
Yeah, haven't been.
So
Yeah, it's about
Good- be
1.5.
good
I would recommend it.
It's about 1.5 miles.
Do we have to publicize that we're at the park cleaning it or looking at it?
You might like that.
Oh.
People might show
As a
up and
quorum.
know.
Yeah, we would have to, every committee, that's a fast, thanks, Joey. We'd all have to publicize that it would be a
Or you could
non-voting meeting.
do, or 3 of you and your families could
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, you could
Three
divide
and
and
then- and then
conquer.
the
There's
next
four.
section
is 3 different
Yeah.
people. You could, so you're not doing a,
We'll have a
every
sign up
3 months.
list
You could
when
still
you go.
meet. You just have to declare that you might all be there. A quorum might show up, but there's no business plan. That's all.
Do you send reminders and is there a checklist of things that
I love that.
we would otherwise be doing?
Yeah, so there is an inspection sheet that
Okay.
you follow and you do it online. So a lot of people, I set it up where it's a form and you can just do it on your
Fill it out.
phone while you're
Gotcha.
plugging along.
Perfect.
And then there's a whole orientation that you go through that just kind of tells you what you're looking for, what are the items that you might encounter. And the last thing is you get to schedule your dates.
Right.
And so whatever dates you want, you
Good.
could do them however you need.
It's just
So I'll
quarterly.
probably send out a quarterly report that's just like, hey, if you haven't scheduled your date for this quarter, please do so.
Please, yep.
But I have 3 people who've scheduled theirs for the year. But, fortunes of being retired and living next door, it's great.
Do we
Tom,
need
we're
a
not
motion
looking-
on
this
that
is
or are
just
we
a
just
staff report,
volunteering to
right?
take
We're not looking for
the,
anything today.
It's under new business.
Oh, okay.
we could
We don't have to. We
don't
don't have
have
to do
to.
anything right now.
If
You
you
could
want
table
time.
it for the rest of the people to get in the conversation. It's not like we're on a timing crunch.
I love it.
Well, potentially you could be if someone else comes in and grabs
Oh,
the
true.
trail that you're
So if you
interested in.
felt strong enough that you want Wolf Lake,
and-
then you'd,
And to be candid, I don't remember the last time we had all 7 here.
yeah.
So, I mean, we do have 5.
So that 5 is quite a bunch.
Wasn't there a rule? I remember one time I said, hey, Tom, and you go, you got to be there. I was like, oh, yeah.
I'm okay. I would be okay with taking Lakapani and getting.
Yeah,
involved in
I'm okay
good with that.
yeah.
Do you need us to go online and actually fill out the form formally then?
I can send it to you. One
Once
of
we
you
get
can
to
just
that
fill it
part,
out.
after we're trained. and-
Yeah.
So do we make a motion or we just say we're doing it?
And we should we should have a motion that will adopt
Why not?
Lakapani as our trail and make it formal and
Formal proclamation.
adopt, proclamation.
I
of the board.
motion that the Parks and Rec Advisory Board adopt Lakapani Trail.
Motion
second.
by Morgan, second by Phil. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
All right, congratulations.
Proud parents of a
Lockapalooza
trail.
Trail.
It's awesome. Thanks, Jen. Thomas, item C, discussion of the 2024 PRAB schedule.
Real quick, how do you spell Lockapalooza?
Good question.
We'll take care of it.
Okay.
Wolf
We'll
Lake.
spell check it later.
PANI.
Got it.
Good job.
Got it.
Okay, we are jumping in a little early here. Usually this is a December item, but I wanted to. I see us, moving this to November potentially, but I wanted to just kind of start the discussion now on the meeting dates and really times. So I thought tonight would be a good opportunity for us to just look at, the time of the day that we've been doing the meetings, and if we want to continue with the quarterly noon, or we want to keep them at 6, or how we want to take care of that. And then I'll come next month with a proposed actual schedule that you can see. I'll really throw to the board at this point, how you want to handle, I know some prefer the noon, some don't care, some might not prefer it as much. So
I love the noon. It's a lot easier with me and my crazy kid schedule. Hence why I was late
Exhibit H
tonight.
night, yeah.
Yes, right, exactly.
Right.
So I'm all for keeping at least a quarterly noon, if not adding more. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but
Yeah, I agree, depending on my situation, because I may be off. I agree. So, yeah, I do like noon. Noon is, but that doesn't work for everyone. so,
right, I get
yeah.
that. I absolutely understand.
Noon once a quarter is doable for me, for sure.
Same. 6 o'clock is easier for me, but 12 is doable.
Same.
So keeping it the same is,
Seems like
I mean, unless the people that aren't here have a different opinion, it sounds like.
I think Stephanie, our schedules align somewhat, so I think she'd,
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So.
Mhm.
seems to me like putting the noon would be preferable in the middle of each season, right?
Mhm.
Then in the heat of the season, you'd have to maybe give Tom some input on this time of year, whatever month is the best month to be noon, so that he doesn't artificially pick it. Maybe you could have adjusted around your program schedule a little bit.
Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Okay.
What was that?
Everything's still up.
Sound like an alarm.
Might be the
Something in this.
Fight Club out there.
We're getting
it is?
rowdy.
Was
We're
it?
getting rowdy.
I like the way that
Oh,
sounds.
okay.
Matthew, keep it down out there, Matthew.
We did it in March, June, September, and December this year. You're hitting 2 of the season.
We've had 3 canceled, 1 because of lightning.
That was a 6 p.m.
That was an evening meeting.
Well, we were here though.
Yeah.
We didn't get credit, but we showed up.
I feel like those months are good. What's our Q4 one? What?
December.
Oh, that's good because December's crazy.
Yeah, I'm flexible.
All right.
Never know what's going to be when I get there.
I think I got
schedule.
direction. We'll table this to next month. I'll put
Okay.
it on under unfinished business, and I'll come with a proposed schedule with dates
Awesome.
and the
Great.
times.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Great.
Tom. Thanks, everybody. Item number 9 for tonight's meeting, city staff reports and communications. Tom,
I need just a moment
okay?
to pull up.
While you're doing that, is there anyone who'd like to be the primary contact for this? I'm filling out the form for you.
Send it to me, Jen. That's fine. I'd be happy to.
Could have made Jason.
We're a little late.
Clever.
We're a little late in adopting a child because I have no family at home, but that's okay. Well, my wife just volunteered for a job she doesn't know about yet.
Them back.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
Yeah, come do labor on the.
come home and work.
Yeah, right. Thanksgiving, we'll be cleaning.
Okay, so first staff report is community outreach update. First up, we have Carvin and Crabapple. That's this Sunday, the 22nd,
Mhm.
from 2 to 5. We're kind of taking a new spin on this event and making it a lot more of a extravaganza than it has been in the past. It used to just be kind of carving a pumpkin, doing a little arts and crafts with a little snack, and you go on your merry day. It's more of a festival, kind of a little kids festival now. So we're gonna have an inflatable corn maze. We are gonna be shutting down the road. We partnered with the police department, and so we're doing trunk or treat and carbon and crab apple at the same time. So we can kind of double dip on attendance. So we're
What
probably
is an-
expecting at least 500.
What is an inflatable?
Yeah.
corn
What is
maze.
that? Yeah.
It's just a big inflatable, like a bounce house, but it's
Huh.
a corn maze theme.
How tall?
Huh?
How tall is it?
We'll have to see when they inflate it.
When it
Slow
goes
down.
up.
Yeah.
It's a
Okay.
surprise.
Fair enough.
Probably 8 or 10 feet tall. I would
Wow.
think.
That's fun. I've never seen them.
Me neither. But Emily Slorno does magical things.
Yep, that's great.
Rocks.
So, and then following that, we'll have our volunteer appreciation dinner, and that's November 9th at 6:30. This board was invited. And if you haven't seen the email come through, there is an RSVP email, and you can RSVP if you'd like to attend that volunteer appreciation dinner. Did I say it was on November 9th?
You did.
November 9th. Veterans Breakfast follows that a couple days later on the 11th. That's here in council chambers at 8 in the morning. Any Milton veterans that you know, invite them on down.
What was the date?
It's a cute little breakfast. What's that?
What was the date on that?
November 11th. 11/11. Hey, Jen, we got a new submission for Adopt a Trail.
So excited.
This is just a reminder for the general public and anyone on this board that has not attended and you'd be maybe interested. Citizens Government Academy application is live now for next year's class. January, it starts in January, and it's a very comprehensive, you gain a lot of information.
I would encourage everybody to do it. I did it last year. It was awesome.
Yeah, it's
You can
very
carve out the
educational.
time in your schedule.
You learn a lot about what staff does. You learn a lot about how government works, how local government works.
Mhm.
Where do you find that? Online?
It's on the website. Yeah, it's Citizens Government Academy. And on the actual landing page should be where the application is.
Mhm.
Just scroll down. And that's all we've got for community outreach.
Awesome.
Can I ask about the Citizens Government Academy? Is it a one-time?
Oh, it's 8
8
weeks.
It's an 8-week.
It's 8 weeks.
Department
and
by
you'll
department.
learn. Yeah, you learn each week. The first week is city management office and the mayor, and then every subsequent week after that is another department, or we pair some departments together some weeks, and they do a
Finance.
presentation on their operations and how things work and
BP.
budgets and everything else.
When do they do when is it during the day typically?
It's in the evenings.
Evenings?
Yeah.
Okay.
6:30, I think, is what it historically was.
Is it?
6:30 to 9.
So my question was, is high school students?
Adults. Well, high school students would technically be able to,
Okay.
but it's typically the engaged adult.
Okay. Okay.
That's a resident that wants to learn more about our government.
Mhm.
Okay.
Any
Great.
other questions? That was good.
Nope, thanks for the update.
Yeah.
Item B, Wall of Fame.
I'm going to kick this over to Thomas. I don't know if he was ready for it or not, but
Thomas.
Yeah, Wall of Fame event taking place at Bell Memorial Park on Saturday, October 28th. Following the ceremony, after we have our 5 inductees and introduce them, our annual jamboree that the Parks and Rec Department hosts and puts on, we'll follow that event. And I think at that one we've got some different bounce houses and some fun stuff for the kids. And I believe we have a what are we calling it? A tree
tour?
tree tour. Yeah, we're doing a tree tour with at the Arboretum in Bell. So a little something for everybody.
Awesome.
So we're hoping for strong attendance between our audience at the Wall of Fame. Hopefully we'll stick around and enjoy the park.
Do we have any any nominees for the wall attending this?
They're all coming.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome.
Really?
I think so. Yeah.
That's something. I didn't realize it was up to all of them. Oh, great.
Wow, that's awesome. I'd love to be there. I have a work conflict or I would be.
This could be a pretty
Good luck.
busy one. I know some People are coming. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, go if you can. I wish I
Well,
could be there.
I'll say I haven't got any no's.
Okay.
Maybe there's a couple that are in there. I don't want to disappoint if you're looking for a couple pros when you get there, you know. But yeah, nobody has flat out said that they're gonna not be able to attend. So
Great. Item C, the parking lot at Legacy Park.
Okay. We've hit a bit of a challenge. The Public Works Department has put together a rough proposal of what it would probably take to pave the parking lot and increase the parking capacity at Legacy Park. And their first draft came in extremely high with the estimate. So I today have gone back to Public Works and asked if there were any alternatives or if there's any way they can scale something back to save on cost. And so we're going to continue those discussions. I know that's not the greatest of news, but
Do we do it, or does that get sent to third party? Does someone else come in, or is that just
someone else would ultimately probably come in.
Okay.
But you know, we
Do they
have
contract it
engineers on staff.
Okay.
So we're kind of trying to scope out what the work's going to look like.
Okay.
And we could bring in some outside
Uh-huh.
firms to actually draw up the actual plans.
Right.
But we use our engineers to just guide them.
Yep.
So
So let's say worst case scenario, that price is that price, it can't come down. Is there recourse going back to the city and, I mean, finding the funds and getting it approved by council?
council certainly could still approve it.
Okay.
It would require a budget amendment because the Legacy Park budget has 20% of what this.
And how,
That came in
at
at-
what point can we put it before council and try to get something like that approved versus going back and forth with this company for God knows how much longer?
Well, it's not a company, it's our in-house staff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
We have timing
I hate to
issues as
tie
well.
myself down, but a couple months before we could at least know, going before council,
Few months
probably.
before year's end, possibly. Maybe.
I can't commit right now.
Yeah,
It
fair enough.
depends, it
Okay.
depends on what road we go down and
Yeah.
what,
Right.
but
I just
it's
feel like
going to continue
that
being a
has to
conversation.
become like a priority because it's a mess and it's a liability and someone could get hurt or hit or run over. I mean, like it's bad. So
What's
Tom,
the, what's
just
the,
for,
sorry. I was going to say, what's the timing? If we don't do it, when are the fields being used where this would be able to get done? So if we reach into past December, you're back into sports again.
It would have to be a summer or winter job.
Right. It would have to be summer or winter. Right. Okay.
Tom, what's taking so long to come up at least with what the options are? Is it just the internal engineers finding bandwidth to scope out the work? Or I guess I'm just trying to understand what's the pathway to getting the options presented to you and then ultimately to council?
It's, I imagine this would be a project that would be probably run by Public Works from the start. I'd probably be brought in as customer, I guess you would say,
Right.
you know, as the expert as far as how many spots we need based upon the fields we have. I can't really answer what the delay is, but it's become a priority as of, you know, I met with the city manager today about it.
Oh,
So
great.
we're going to get moving in a forward trajectory on the next steps.
Sounds good.
And those next steps are, can we refine it? Can we cut this cost down? Or if not, what alternatives are out there?
Right.
The issue is simply stormwater. The pond that's there cannot accommodate all of the stormwater that would be
Coming
the
off
parking lot. It all can't dump in there. Right now it's gravel, it's pervious. A lot of it goes into the ground. Some of it goes into that pond. And that pond is way too small, believe it or not. I couldn't believe it, but it's way undersized for, it's hardly big enough for those fields in a downpour.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what's driving the cost is right now in their plan, there's underground detention. The detention pond is underneath the parking lot.
Tom, question.
Yeah.
Is there anything this board can do in terms of a recommendation or proposal to make it more of a priority within city staff? Is that something that would be of use or helpful to accelerate the timeline?
I'm hearing it now.
Yeah, because timeline, if we get past, what's the time we need to started with council to get into December? Is that almost done? Is that possible?
Oh, yeah, impossible.
So we are looking past that then.
Yeah, it's summer.
It's summer.
It's summer at the earliest. I
Okay.
mean, we'd have to go out to bid for
Right.
the design services and go out to bid for the
So
construction.
the priority of getting it, it's still going to take till summer to even get into the parking lot and do that.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah.
But that time will come quickly, right?
Right.
Before you
So I guess my only recommendation would be, let's elevate it within this board
Yeah.
to make it more of a priority. So it gets the attention, the resources to at least put it up for a vote to council, number one. Number two, if it is the summer, let's back into a project plan and a date to say the following has to occur leading up to that, because I don't know if 7 months is enough or if you need more or it's plenty. Let's hope it's plenty. But let's not take it for granted. Let's back into the dates to understand what the key milestones are to ensure that come end of May or June, we are well prepared to break ground.
understood.
What's the ideal time to be paving out there in the summer?
Yeah.
No, when in the summer, May, June, July, August, what's the ideal? Any idea around your guys' schedules?
You're asking the wrong
I would
person.
say
Oh,
schedules for sports wise,
sports schedules.
August.
Oh, yeah.
Like, is
No,
there a deadline? Like we need to be in it, to Phil's point, at this point is when we need to be putting blacktop on the ground.
Yeah, May.
May?
So there's our date.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, May, June.
Back into it.
And
So-
depending on how long the project is, it could go a little longer. You know, if it's a 3-week project, I don't know how long it'll take. If it's
Yeah.
a month,
Right.
it's 2 months, you know, we need to be ready by August.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Do you want to, since we're in this, and I know you're going to fencing, did you want to talk about that new path who's putting that up? The drive now that you have no left turns, only rights?
I was there.
Yeah, it's up.
Okay.
It's up. You
No left in, no
can't
left out.
turn off of Arnold Mill Road and turn left
Into
into
it.
Legacy anymore.
Mhm.
Yep.
You need to use Porter Academy. Their gates will be unlocked. They're happy to let us use their parking lot or use their driveway as an entrance.
Oh, so you're saying you can still turn left into Porter,
Right.
just not into the park?
Correct.
That's great.
Yeah.
It happened again. It happened the other day. Someone just whoosh.
Uh-huh.
Coming out, you've always been really taking a right, but you're saying you won't be able to take a left unless you're coming out of Porter.
That's the intent.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the fencing update. Is that
No, that's not.
okay, come back to it then. Back to your point, Phil, maybe the comment is to, the motion should be just to direct staff and them, have a deadline and put some date on and just kind of,
I'll put it as a business item for next month because we can't really do a motion on a staff report.
oh, true.
Okay.
Fair enough. So next month we'll set up.
Okay.
And
I
at
will
least a
hopefully,
recommended
I'll
it.
hopefully,
Yeah.
maybe we won't even need to,
Maybe it'll be moving by then.
yes.
Right.
Okay,
Awesome.
great. Thank you. Let's move to D then, Legacy Park fencing update.
Okay, we have in our budget this year, money to replace the chain link fence around Field 1 at Legacy Park, the small little field, it's ready to be replaced. Let's just put it that way. There was a point in time when I didn't know what I was going to be doing with that field. And it doesn't look like, there was a discussion at one point in time about maybe converting those over to pickleball. But it's not a good idea. So,
They get used.
huh?
That field gets used.
It does,
Wow.
it does. And then
The little ones.
pickleball will bring that many more people into the parking lot that's already
Mm-hmm.
Right.
doesn't have enough parking spaces.
Bring it here.
So,
Right. I know.
what's that?
Bring it to the city hall.
There you go.
Pickleball.
So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna replace that fence around the perimeter there. I put in money to replace that netting as well. And then we're also gonna we're gonna knock down the chain link fence around the front along the road.
Oh, that's good. That's
And
eyesore.
it's an eyesore.
Yeah.
And put some, Milton fencing up.
Right.
That.
Okay.
Are there any plans to add any sort of seating? Have we revisited that at all over there too for patrons?
We
I
talked
know we
about,
talked about it
about that.
forever ago. I just feel like we haven't revisited that.
We were looking at seating as part of the monument that we were looking at
Well,
too.
that's like
Yeah,
a
that
little
too.
seating area, but
Yeah.
that.
Oh, you mean more broader
viewing,
seat?
Watching the fields,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
The reason
nothing's
that's
in-
it's
nothing's in
important
the
is
road
that
Okay.
that you don't want the parents standing on those fields while the kids are playing. So they're all in between the fences, and it's a pretty good incline on a couple of them. You kind of walking sideways. So
Some bleachers into
Yeah.
that little hill. That'd be kind of nice. Just add that to the legacy bucket. Budget keeps going up and up.
That would be more on field 3 than 2.
Yeah, I'm thinking more of field 3.
Field 2 has that.
There's that like wall people kind of stand on. Yeah. That one's not as bad for watching purpose.
I'm making a note here.
I remember we've talked about it for years. Some kind of seating at some point, but
Yeah.
sometime got by boom, do it.
Any other questions?
Thanks for that update, Tom. Last item E, recreational trails grant.
Yeah, so on Monday, I presented the 2023 Recreational Trails Grant. Jen Young has graciously stepped up to kind of coordinate that effort to get that application put together. We presented it to council on Monday and we're already running up on our deadline. So it's Jen's doing an excellent job. I have no doubt it's going to be wonderful, great application. And
When's the
we're going to
Will be
put
the
in
best.
a restroom at Birmingham Park with the funding, if it were to be approved.
Right.
A great amenity to have at that park. That's already really popular. I couldn't imagine how many more families it would be more inviting to.
Right.
If there was a restroom there.
where would it? What's the idea of placement?
Trailhead
Okay.
down at the end of the road.
Yeah.
The exact location is undetermined right now, but for our application, we're going to just place a couple different spots and based upon, studies that we get, if we're awarded the grant,
Yeah.
we'll place it in the most economical and practical spot.
Is the
When's the
project,
deadline?
oh, sorry.
When's the deadline for the grant?
I'm sorry.
When's the
Deadline.
deadline for the grant?
November 1st.
That's plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
Is the project contingent on getting the grant? In other words, it's not budgeted for the full amount? From the city?
There is budget allocated in Birmingham Park that could fund this restroom.
Got
for
it.
us
Without the grant,
Without the grant.
right?
And it would be a council decision whether they want to do that.
Reallocate,
It was identified as a high priority project when council was presented in May, the capital improvement plan. They identified that and the connection trail to Birmingham Crossroads as two high priority projects. So that's why we chose the restroom. It's a rather simple
Yeah.
project and it's easy to execute. We don't have to worry about any timeline constraints with the grant. Once we get awarded, we could throw the restroom up in 4 to 6 months.
Yep.
So
Gotcha.
that's kind of why we went with that.
Good.
And it's a great trail amenity for the Recreation Trails grant is designed to promote an increased trail use, whether it be by building a new trail or
Amenities on the
yeah, or amenity at a trailhead is how they word it. And also revitalizing trails is also
Gotcha.
possible.
Is the idea to get the same type of restroom that you put in at Providence Park?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, something along those lines. Good. And it's a 50-50 match is what we proposed. So if our budget comes in at 350, then the city would pay 175 and the grant would
Yep.
pay the other 175.
Awesome. Good. Good luck, Jen.
No pressure.
Okay. Item 10 is other business for this board. Any other business? I have none.
Don't either.
None from staff. Good. Then we can entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Motion by Phil,
I will second that motion.
second by Morgan. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
That sounds like a song.
So be it.